What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Domuto. We are back with another video, man. Today watching a death battle vid. I'm watching my boy Kid Trey.
I already know it is. This kid train the building, man. Back with another one, yo. Like my homeboy Domo was talking about. Y'all ran up the last one, man. But let's go ahead and give y'all another one. Y'all seem to like them. We're gonna keep bringing them out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, yeah. Death battle. We're watching Ichigo versus Yusuke, Bleach versus Yu Yu Hakusho death battle, man. Sure. You know, I know a good amount about my boy Ichigo, but what you know about not too much about Yusuke. So who you got winning? Predicts.
First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and say Ichigo off dump because Ichigo is like, if you know, for the people that don't know Bleach, don't know nothing about Bleach, Ichigo is Soul Reaper, Hollow, Quincy, and I forgot. I think he molding all that, some other stuff. He's just pretty much one of the most overpowered MCs in anime. But I don't know much about Yu Yu Hakusho. I do have it on my list to watch. Y'all know, don't get on me. But as of right now, I just have to go with what I know. So I got Ichigo as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with predictions right now. We're gonna go with Ichigo. After they explain it, I'm gonna predict again. I'll probably still gonna pick Ichigo because he liked that. And I watched a little bit of Yu Yu Hakusho when I was little, when I thought it was just regular cartoons. So I don't really know. I don't remember. I was so young. But we're gonna get into it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let go.
Fight! Ichigo Kurosaki versus Yusuke Urameshi.
The substitute Shinigami of Bleach versus the spirit detective of Yu Yu Hakusho. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay.
Tell me, Boomstick, what happens when we die?
And listen, nothing is. Jeez, man, I don't know. We just started.
Our souls are ferried by Shinigami, gods of death, in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul goes astray, warped by evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them off to the realm of the dead. The Soul Society.
Works
Society.
great
Yes,
till
sir.
it doesn't.
Yes, sir.
Enter Ichigo Kurosaki, whose tragic anime backstory came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow.
Oh, that.
Reason number one why you should never
maybe
want
time
your kid
skip
to be
between
the
the
anime
beginning.
protagonist.
Left with his grief,
Oh,
young
yeah.
Ichigo was crushed under the
whatever the
weight
new
of
one's called,
survivor's
I forgot.
guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up.
But this wound began to heal when he found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia. To stop a powerful
Rukia.
hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers,
Rukia.
rousing unseen potential within.
Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
Substitute Shinigami. To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of spiritual matter called Reishi. He can wield vast amounts of spiritual energy, called Ryoku, and exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure, or Reiatsu.
Okay, that's a lot of big words, but all it really means is he's a super-powered ghost with an epic sword. His spirit aura is so strong, it can stun lock foes, crushing them under his own power, even fatally.
He controls spirit matter in and around him, hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air. Paired with speed-boosting skills like Shunpo, he can virtually fly.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money, and hello to the town's new superhero, with fellow Ghostbusters Orihime, Chad, and Uryu. Plus Rukia, it was the
Orihime.
Shinigami's job to tear hollows a
Uryu.
new hole.
While balancing
Got-
responsibilities
got
at
a
school, of
chest
course.
on her.
Good boy.
He comes first, and
That's
maybe
funny,
a
I was
round or
thinking-
two of tech.
The only thing I was thinking, like, damn, I had one show the cool men, like, damn.
It wouldn't be possible without his Shinigami blade, a Zanpakuto. It's basically a super-powered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost sword.
Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits, both named
yeah.
Zangetsu, which isn't confusing at all.
Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double ghost sword gives Ichigo lots of new moves, including his trademark attack, the sword beam to end all sword beams, Getsuga Tensho!
Getsuga Tensho
I gotta
is
get Hulu
incredibly
back so I can
powerful
watch this
and so
shit.
effective that Ichigo developed multiple
Yeah,
variants. He can fire it as a wave,
gotta rewatch
detonate a
Thousand Blood-
mid-attack to
Blood
act as
Year
a
War.
barrier, and combined two at once
I
into
keep
the even
forgetting. I'm
stronger
so into One Piece right now. I
Getsuga
keep forgetting.
Jujisho.
To
Yeah.
cut even the biggest hollows down to size, Ichigo was ridiculously strong, even from frame 1.
He could make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande.
I ain't gonna lie. One thing about Ichigo, boy, that nigga was OP first episode, nigga. I don't like.
That's what I'm saying.
That was-
I like main characters like that.
Yeah.
Like there's not no like. I mean, it's always cool to have character development, you know.
Right.
But I don't mind an MC that's whooping ass off though.
That nigga going toe to toe with Kenpachi. Like, what the fuck? Talking about, I mean,
Yeah,
like-
Kenpachi, that's my boy, man. Zaraki
Yeah,
Kenpachi. I
yes,
think
sir.
Zaraki, huh?
sure, Kenpachi. Yes,
That's
sir.
crazy. I'm over here saying that's my favorite, and I forgot his name.
I just knew
been a minute.
Kenpachi.
It's been a minute.
I just knew Kenpachi.
These aren't fake, slower than light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels say so too.
Plus, early on, Uryu moved so fast that he left his own shadow behind.
But as Ichigo became more involved with the Soul Society, he quickly found that he wasn't good enough.
This Byakuya guy's so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned training arc. Hit the music!
Until now, Zangetsu had operated only in its base state, Shikai. So Ichigo learned to release its inner power, a 10 times boost that takes most Shinigami a decade to master.
Bankai! In Bankai, his speed skyrocketed, letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole frickin' Soul Society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift is his potential to improve. Despite only being a teenager, he mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts who had been training for centuries. He can quickly adapt to new weapons and styles mid-fight, surpassing his limits time and time again.
Like when he took on Catboy Grimjow. He was
Oh, yeah.
getting clamped, but as soon as he heard
Oh,
Orihime
yeah.
cheering
Cooking
him
his
on,
ass.
that was all he needed to smash that kitty.
You mean Grimjow, right?
Yeah, but even with that main character
Someone
energy,
said that
Ichigo
kitty.
couldn't match Big Bad Aizen.
Aizen.
With just a finger, Aizen stuffed
Hey,
Ichigo's Bankai.
pressure. That boy
And his
Aizen
theme
was
song,
something serious.
Rude.
That
Ichigo
one thing
needed
that
to
boy
tap
oral
into
farm.
his
That
unexplained
nigga.
hollow power.
Oh, yeah.
Except Hollow Zangetsu wasn't going to make it easy.
Old man Zang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace.
Still, Ichigo needed his help and conjured a hollow mask to expand his power. But this meant the hollow within only grew stronger.
Masked up, he can fire lasers, bypass super senses, and heal lost limbs. But piss him off enough, and he'll go full hollow. And you really don't want that.
Hollowification
yeah.
exceeds even Bankai and was enough to crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of Hueco Mundo,
Ukiura.
the world of hollows.
Full hollow
Yeah.
Ichigo
Wasn't
can
he,
even
like,
tear
number
through
4?
all 3
I think
layers
he was
of
number
hell.
4. Number
But
4,
with
yep.
help from his secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to challenge
That
Aizen.
nigga.
Challenge
That
is
was
an
long hair
understatement.
Ichigo. Hey,
He
he
manhandled
destroyed.
Aizen
Oh,
and
he died.
shattered
Fight.
mountains with sheer aura and flexed so hard he smashed out of the black coffin,
I was
which
so close
crushed
during
his
that
face
fight.
like a mini black hole.
That
And
shit
yet,
was. I might have to
it
rewatch
still
this.
wasn't enough. So by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack, Mugetsu, defeating Aizen at the cost of all his
But that's,
power.
I was
He
about to
might
say,
have
to
all
his
his
power.
power,
I was
yeah.
about
But
to
now
say.
it was back to Normiville.
Ichigo never truly realized until then just how much being a Shinigami meant to him. The power to protect others,
like
his
full
drive,
bring?
his pride in himself was gone.
Full
He would
bring,
give
yep.
anything to get it back.
And he did, thanks to a surprise assist from Rukia.
Rukia.
Boom! Shinigami again!
Just in time for a 1,000-year blood war with a final endgame boss, Yuhabak.
Who planned to end everything. And while other Shinigami
I heard that
tried their
nigga-
best,
that
only
enemy been
Ichigo
cooking
was
niggas. I
special
ain't watch
enough
it,
to
though.
pull it off.
His
Oh,
father
yeah.
was a
I seen,
Shinigami.
I gotta
His
rewatch
mother
it.
was a member of
Like,
the
I watched the
ancient
first part
Quincy's
of
and
Thousand Blade
possessed by
War.
a
He
hollow.
crazy- he
Hence,
wild.
his two Sambato
Wild.
spirits, one Quincy,
Yeah,
the other
he's
Hollow
strong
and
as hell.
Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break Yuhabak's plan. Finally, Ichigo understood himself,
that's how you say his
fully
name,
unifying with both
Yuhabak.
Zanpakuto spirits
Yuhabak.
within. With that came a new Shikai and 2 new Zanpakuto.
True Shikai! If you thought Ichigo was strong before, oh boy, he's the strongest Shinigami alive. Or dead. Undead? Yeah.
Stronger than Kanpachi, who could split the Dangai in half. Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook heaven and earth across the realms, and strong enough to match Yhwach even after he absorbed the Soul King.
Juiced up with Soul King power, Yhwach could nuke all 3 realms, the human world, Soul Society, and Hueco Mundo, plus the Dangai and Garganta in between, which have a bunch of pocket dimensions sprinkled in. Hell, just the Soul King's corpse sent a shockwave across all the realms.
And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls. Yhwach was going to end everything through sheer power alone.
But Ichigo still wasn't done powering up.
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tencho with a
Like
mighty
they
hollow attack.
snitching. They telling shit I don't know
I know
about.
they over spoiling the whole show for me.
Yeah, they telling shit I don't know about.
All that power culminating in his true Bankai. A power so great, even Yhwach was scared of it.
Joke's on you.
I'd rather
Ichigo
watch it anyway.
Didn't even need it. You're
I'm still
done.
gonna watch it.
Ichigo was finally content.
100%.
And 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the
Oh, yeah,
courage
10
to stand
years
on
later,
the
that's why they
edge
say
of life
29.
and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
Damn, they hyped that nigga up. What they gonna say about this nigga Yusuke?
Most teenagers have no
That's
idea
what I'm
what
saying,
they want to do
bro.
in their life.
That's
However,
exactly what I'm
that was
saying.
hardly a
God
problem
damn.
for juvenile delinquent Yusuke Urameshi, because he only ever wanted to do one thing.
Throw hands. It don't matter who the ops are, be they women, old folk, or babies.
Hey,
Yusuke
I'm
lived
being
to
honest.
fight. It's what
I
gave
don't
life
know. We're
meaning.
about to find
Who
out about
cares
Yusuke. I'm about to say, if I'm being honest, we about to find out about Yusuke, but I don't think there's no way.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, man. Yusuke,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think so.
I do know they had in Yu Hakusho they had a bunch of they had like 2 tournaments, some shit in it. I don't. I mean, I think he has
About
a
stupid
power
things
up
like
though.
friends
That's
and
pretty
family.
strong.
Which is why it was so surprising
said,
when
yeah, well,
one day
yeah,
he
well, I'm gonna
threw
let him
himself in front of a
explain, but
speeding car to save a
don't know.
child, bringing that reckless life to a screeching halt.
Truck-kun claims another victim.
But this is chapter 1 of a battle shonen, so death is hardly the end.
Surprisingly, though, it wasn't a spooky skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim.
Oh, he a spirit
his
too?
soul.
Oh, I didn't know
It was
that.
a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
Oh, see, I
This
didn't know
was
that.
Botan, whose job was to
Okay.
ferry Yusuke's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him. Imagine being such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with his pants down.
So the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity.
Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation and told Satan Jr. to stuff it. I mean, he was never really good for anything and no one was gonna miss him. So what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his childhood sweetheart Keiko would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly tears. Oh man.
At the sight of loved ones who cared far more than he ever expected, Yusuke had a change of heart and accepted Koenma's offer, returning to life with a new purpose and a new job.
And newfound ass-kicking ability. In his quest to beat the dog shit out of demonkind, Yusuke learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy. He's ridiculously strong, fast, and durable, heals from wounds quickly, and can see spirits invisible to mortal men.
Even early on, Yusuke could parry Suzaku's lightning arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with the help of legendary warrior Genkai, he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens.
My favorite shonen move ever, the Spirit Gun.
Spirit gun. I heard
He
about
had
that. I
limited
know that
number of
move.
shots, but eventually he turned it
Hey,
into
that's
his
the only
personal
move I know he wanted to do.
Spirit gun.
Stronger than
Only
any
'cause
weapon on
of,
Earth. He could go finger
the
blasting
RDC world
around
video.
as much as he
Yeah.
wants.
The spirit gun is
Spirit
more
gun.
versatile than it appears. Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight, and produce massive explosions with each shot.
He can twist it up for a spirit shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a spirit punch where he keeps the energy stored in his fists and clobbers the hell out of you. And the spirit wave, a Kamehameha from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke may be a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle.
He's not afraid to fight dirty, throwing his shoes, using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to track them in the dark.
Personally, I'd call that smart, and his hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Kabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial combat.
But his best secret is how quickly he improves. All it takes is a round of training or someone threatening his friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own life force for a power-up.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S.
E and D class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best. C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass. We're talking end of the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies, like demons Hiei and Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Toguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura.
But Yusuke needed to survive and protect his loved ones. So he had no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star. Thanks, Genkai!
Our sun has an average luminosity of 380 septillion watts, or joules per second. Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
Enough to send Toguro to the grave.
Even after pushing past his own limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui, a past spirit detective gone bad, and a great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of.
Sensui was so yoked, he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without threatening to bring down the whole thing. He compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill.
According to Genkai, Yusuke could destroy the planet too, if he really wanted.
And
even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds.
Okay, we missed some. Okay, Yusuke's planetary. Okay. Planetary.
That anima guy is...
That nigga stronger than Naruto. Hold on.
Oh, I don't like that.
Hold on. I don't know. I mean, Naruto can split the moon in half, but I don't think he's planetary.
Man.
Strong as balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld.
But Yusuke's power surpassed both of them, to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time, a far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
But not for long, sucker, because turns out, Yusuke was a demon himself.
Literally. Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful being, one of the strongest in existence. The Demon King.
With his Bazoku mark, Yusuke can channel Raizen's spirit for a huge power boost and a massive thirst for murder boost.
So
this was his first taste of a dangerous new type of spirit energy, Yoki.
A form of energy used by demons. Like normal Reiki, it can be amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its use creates a pleasurable feeling, feeding into the user's rage and bloodlust, the feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun to a demon gun. It's the same thing, but red. Oh, and it's strong enough to blast Sensui past the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-class.
And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world. But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
Self-reflection? From I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi? Nah, we can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first?
Even then, as Yusuke took on the Demon King Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mozoku form separate from Raizen's influence.
And a brand spanking new form of power. Kinda like Sensui's sacred energy, but even better. It's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's golden glowy.
Strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below, pushing the Demon King himself to his...
I see what this... Okay, this is old anime, so this is giving... It's definitely giving some Dragon Ball vibe. This nigga got a new form.
Absolute
limit. Every big fight. Pretty much.
But then, Yusuke lost. It's not all bad, though. Even if being king would have been cool, Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. get him in the right mood or threaten the human world, and
I
the
low-key-
spirit
yeah,
detective
low-key made me wanna
will
watch it, though.
beat your stupid
Yeah,
ass.
I always want to watch it. I just never
Long
did,
has
but
its
now,
return been
now
foretold,
I'm about to look
but
and see how
now,
long it is.
finally,
I
it
think it's
is
short. It's pretty short.
reborn.
I think.
The original Death Battle shirt that once
Considering.
dominated the world. Hell yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
it's
better
2
way to wear a blood
seasons.
spatter
Yeah.
on your chest.
We've restored the original shirt with even better
Oh,
materials,
really?
and it's
Fuck.
available now on Death Battle.
Shout out to them. Go buy their merch.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
It's
a
112
Death
episodes.
Yeah, it's not long.
Battle!
That shit is- Like all the information they gave us, there's only 112 episodes. That's crazy. That's not bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they are pretty even though, so
Let's see what's up.
we'll see what's up with them.
No doubt about it. Spirit Guide! Getsuga, Tensho!
Okay. Knock his ass out. Okay. Oh, hold on, Ichigo.
Let's get that close combat.
Yeah. Ichigo ain't got a hand. He got.
Ooh. What we not about to do is come on, Ichigo.
Ichigo ain't got no hands, boy.
Yeah, he ain't got no hand like that. Oh, I ain't gonna lie.
But that nigga
Chow
up.
chain.
Okay.
What a baby! Little demon energy got you scared? Nah.
Go at it. Let's go. Get at him.
Getsuga! Yujisho! Two at once? Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Give in to me, Yusuke. Let's devour him together.
Hell no! This is my fight, jackass! You just told me back!
Okay. Now he got into the form before Ichigo did. Okay, hold on.
I say Ichigo better do something.
Rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner? Let's do it. Like old times.
On! Kai! Tensa! Sangetsu!
Okay, the animation changed up. Okay, hold on.
Is that the best you can do? I can go even faster if you'd like. Hell yeah! Bring it on,
Oh shit.
I'll kill you even if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the line! You better do the same!
No.
Oh shit.
Screw that!
Oh, here we go. Yes, sir.
All right, let's go, babe. I'm about to say they was gonna make me mad if he would have broke his arm by toe. Really? This
They
fight is
fight?
not over. This fight is not over.
That they end the fight like that?
You
So he got like a whole nother. I mean, I guess don't he got another form? I guess. Oh, he didn't give into that one nigga powers, but damn, he should have. Fuck.
I ain't gonna lie, I felt like that was an easy fight for Ichigo, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I feel like it was a struggle, but it wasn't like a crazy one.
think the
Damn.
afterlife
Yeah.
offers frequent flyer miles?
There's a lot to cover here,
I
so let's break
expected
this
more
down into 4 chapters,
from
starting with
what's
their
his name?
abilities.
Yeah.
Yusuke could see Ichigo no problem, and resist auras like Taguro's that are similar to Reiatsu, so Ichigo couldn't cheese a win right away.
Otherwise, Yusuke was outmatched. Sure, the Spirit Gun could potentially match the Getsuga Tensho, and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoku. Ichigo, however, had more varied powers, a better healing factor, greater stamina given his months of Dangai training,
and all those swords. He just had way more abilities to play
I knew
with.
Ichigo was gonna win, but damn.
speed was a fairly easy call. Yusuke could react to lightning early on, and obviously got much faster over time. Looking at this blast from his clash with Yomi, it erupted upwards at 57% the speed of light.
But Ichigo was faster than light from the start, and he's gotten faster too. He couldn't even see Byakuya at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons of training and power-ups since then.
The Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that utilized the same power. So, Ichigo takes speed. But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt mid-fight.
This is kind of both their things. Ichigo has styled on guys with centuries of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's decent at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way.
So, both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a draw.
Leaving only the biggest winning factor, which could have superseded all other advantages: power.
Between Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale, that's about 4 quadrillion megatons of TNT, which is crazy.
Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Huecomundo, tear through hell, and block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society. But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
To be fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time, pretty close to Yuhabak's threatening 3.
And Yusuke far surpassed Yakumo afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also gonna destroy the Garganta, which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it.
Each containing at least a planet and star, much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds.
Okay.
Plus, Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way. But the way we see it, even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big, giving Ichigo the final edge.
Okay.
Sorry if things got messy, but that's just how Ichigo goes.
Messy.
The winner is Ichigo Kurosaki.
Yes, sir.
Next
Oh, hold on. Next time,
time
what they got?
on Death Battle.
Go, my go.
What they got? Oh, Metal Sonic? Cell?
Versus Set.
Subscribe.
Oh, Cell is cooking that.
Okay. I
Cell
wouldn't
is
have never
cooking
guessed that.
Cell is cooking that. Stop
Metal
it.
Sonic. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Man, get the
Metal
fuck out of
Sonic?
here. We
I
ain't
ain't gonna lie,
doing
if they got Metal Sonic beating Cell,
what Metal Sonic
they
got
need to stop.
First of all, Metal Sonic ain't got to move to destroy every cell of cells. So, I mean, I don't know too much about Metal Sonic. I ain't gonna lie. Let me take that back. I ain't
Me
gonna,
either, but he ain't beating Cell. I know he better not be
we
beating
might
Cell.
watch that one. We gotta watch
I
that
know
one.
that.
We gotta watch that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, we gonna watch that one for sure.
But yeah, shout out to Death Battle for this video. Like I said, I think the biggest disadvantage that Yusuke had, that the show's over. You know, it's over. You know,
Yeah.
Bleach is in today's realm. It's like imagine Dragon Ball Z stopped in the 90s. Like people would be like, "Oh, Goku weak."
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
what I'm
right.
saying? So, but I'm like, but by saying all that, Yusuke is strong. Like, you know what I'm saying? He put up a good battle. Ichigo just, you know.
Ichigo just him, for real.
It's just him. So, hey. That was a good battle, though. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot about Yusuke. I might have to go. I might actually watch Yu Yu Hakusho soon.
Yeah, but I just put it on my list. Like, I've been had it on my list, but, like, just made me want to, like, you know, for getting into it, though.
Yeah. Cell versus Metal Sonic. That shit low key. But anyway, shout out to Kid Trey for this video, for pulling up, man.
You already know, big dog. You already know, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my boy Domuto.
Yes,
Man, y'all
sir.
want to see some gaming videos, gaming shit? Y'all come over to Kid Trade, come over to my channel. You know, I just dropped the other day. Check me out. Like and comment, subscribe
Yes,
over there
sir.
too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, man. And we catch y'all next time, man. Peace.